That's hot. That bookend, that's hot. I'm serious. Whoever made that, y'all did y'all's business. That's hot. Straight up. That I felt like freestyling for a minute because I was like, So if you joined us, we just got done running down Coach Cal, the timeline, how he's been trying to get out of Lexington since 2019. 86 million kind of pacified him, but he had his breaking point when he went to the Bahamas in 2022, and then Mitch Barnhart, Mark Stoops conspired to go ahead and try to throw out there the gauntlet, which by then Calipari knew it was time to get out of Lexington. So, jumping from the college ranks, we turn to the association, and Steve Clifford, he's stepping down as the Hornets head coach, and he's going into the front office? What? Is this a bad idea? Now, see, I don't get the love affair with this guy, honestly. And that organization, he's got this half dirt on. He's got to have dirt on somebody. For him to have been there, them get rid of him, and then him come back, and it's gotten no better. This dude is insane. So he's been back multiple times. 5-year span, he's 196 wins to 214 losses. Is this the mark of somebody you want running basketball operations? And the answer is undeniably hell no. We'll get back. I guess we're going to get back into more of his cartoonish resume when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Drop it. Little Caesars Pizza. Download the app, order online, or visit the good people at your local Little Caesars. Try the pepperoni crazy puffs for $3.99 online. Make it a meal when you add any 2-liter. That's going to be $5.99. Or try the stuffed pretzel crust pizza with cheese at as special as $10.99. Little Caesars Pizza. So when we left off, we were talking about we was talking about Steve Clifford, and why this is a story, I have no idea, but where do the Charlotte Hornets go from here? The Hornets are 20-60 with 2 games left in the season, so it's safe to say they're not going to the playoffs. They have the same record as the San Antonio Spurs, and the Spurs are dead last in the West. So you're almost tied for the worst record in the NBA right now. So you don't want to fire this man. You want to reward him? How does this make any sense? Now, I'm not kicking the franchise while they're down, but they are worse this year than they were last year. Last year, they was 27-55, so they actually won more games last year than they won this year. The best season with Charlotte was the 2015-2016 season. They were 48-34. And that isn't earth-shattering, but this dude has been at the helm, and how do you reward him? You don't fire this dude, you promote him to the front office. How is this possible? He's got to have dirt on somebody. He's got to be blackmailing them for a check, because this dude, in the middle of being at Charlotte and getting ran out of town and getting fired for subpar coaching, he went to Orlando and burned that organization down, and then Charlotte took him back. Why? He lost his way out of Orlando. His best record in Orlando was 42-40. That was 2018, 2019. Since that run, he's never had a winning season. Wow. Let that sink in. This dude hasn't had a winning season since before COVID. COVID came and gone. Championship in a bubble be damned. And this dude is still losing. And they're still hiring him. How? How is any of this possible? They have the 3rd overall pick in 2024 and the 2nd round pick they have at number 42. Okay, what does that mean? And is that enough to get them back to being relevant in the Eastern Conference? You only have 2 picks. You need to make the most of those 2 picks. But I don't trust Charlotte because they do boneheaded moves. Number one, them giving Steve Clifford an office basketball operations job is just mindless. But then you look at the airhead idiot moves that they make. They gave PJ Washington 3 years at $48 million. Don't feel sad if you don't know who PJ Washington is, because you're more than likely you're gonna have to Google him, and it's not that guy, it's the guy next to him. Who the hell is that guy? To quote the great poet and laureate Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that guy? You are 48 million? Stop it. The hell has he done to get that kind of money, sir? I'm convinced that Steve Clifford and PJ Washington were blackmailing people within the Charlotte Hornets organization, because they should have been thrown out on their necks. And that's not the only deal that he has them over the barrel. They got 8 free agents in 2024. Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges, Frank Nikita, Gricola, Amari Bailey. He's a two-way player on those slave two-way player deals. I always hate him, so he has to play for the G League, but he also has a spot on the Hornets as well. We've covered that ad nauseum, so I'm not going to bore you. You can check the channel for all of those videos and my discuss with those contracts. RJ Hunter and Edmund Sumner. Who are any of these people? The only reason you know Gordon Hayward is that his foot almost came off when he left Utah to win, and he played for the Celtics, and he got hurt in a warm-up line, and then him and Kyrie were there at the same time and almost imploded the franchise. Which, if you want to go ahead and you want to be real, and like I say, I know I'm the greatest doing it because you can check the files. When Kyrie was on the fence about if he was going to come back or if he was going to stay, that's when the Celtics pulled the trigger and traded Rozier. They did not want to get rid of Terry Rozier when Charlotte came up with the trade. But because at the last minute, Kyrie decided to jump ship, now the Celtics needed to kind of pull the trigger. It was too late. They already had a guy in the mix. So that's how he actually ended up down in Charlotte. But Rozier was a straight dog. He was a dog. He played defense and he scored. He's still playing. Now, if these names don't move you, then don't be worried. Honestly, the rest of the league wasn't either. It's all, I wouldn't say it's all at everybody's fault, but Michael Jordan is to blame for some of this. Michael Jeffrey Jordan has to have some sort of skin in this game, because until he sold the franchise, he was making a lot of these idiot moves too. Great player, horrible GM, worst owner. However, now that he's out of the picture, I know y'all got a fresh start, but this is looking bad. If I'm LaMelo Ball, I'm wondering why am I staying? Grant Williams and Miles Bridges play the same position. Seth Curry balls everywhere he goes. However, he's always on the move, so that's always a weird thing to track. But the best name on the roster I like, it's a guy called Leaky Black. That's dope. I actually want that name. I actually want that name, Leaky Black. But Hornets fans, really, are you tired of sucking? Are you tired of sitting at the bottom of the Eastern Conference thinking that when is it going to be my turn? When is it going to be my turn? You just have a stockpile of promise, no real talent out there besides LaMelo. And if I'm LaMelo, if my contract is up, I'm out. There's no reason to stay. They've proven they're not going to put players around you. They're not trying to go out and get you a serviceable big man. And then looking here at the draft, they got 2 picks. They got the 3rd overall pick in the draft. They're going to draft a guy who plays the same position as LaMelo or the same position as Grant Williams or Miles Bridges. So now you just have a team full of forwards and two-way players. And they're acting like they're hurting for money. Like I say, the good people of Charlotte, let me know what you think. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. We got one more story, but we'll be back. I promise we'll be back. We're going to keep on rocking too. Holla at us.